Ministry of Health Principal Secretary Susan Mochache has taken exception to the PPRA's report that she interfered with procurement at Kenya Medical Supplies Agency, KEMSA. PPRA Director-General Maurice Juma told the Health Committee of the Senate that Mochache irregularly provided a list of preferred companies to be awarded tenders and corresponding payouts. The Procurement Authority recommended that the PS be investigated and held accountable for her role in KEMSA's scam that is at the center of several investigations.
Is it in order for the PS to write a letter instructing the CEO to follow a certain procedure, saying that you go buy this number of goods from so and so? Is that acceptable? Is that agreeable?
Number one is the letter from the PS Minister of Health, which directed the institution, KEMSA, to procure items from specific suppliers, and also the prices were indicated therein, etc. Now, this is irregular.
In a letter to PPRA, Mochache is demanding an apology from the authority. She termed the reports that implicates her as glaringly false and intended to damage her reputation and that of other Ministry of Health officers. Mochache further demanding that PPRA provides correct facts to set the record straight. The PS stood by her statement that she only communicated to KEMSA to ensure that expenditure was capped at 758 million shillings, the money set aside by government for COVID-19 related procurement. Shillings.
I've only given them concurrence on the 758 million. And I also raised the concern that has been raised by my colleague that the communications going to the Treasury must go through the accounting officer of the Ministry of Health, which in this case had been bypassed.
Mochache is saying KEMSA had before her intervention committed to procure supplies worth 2.1 billion shillings. Mochache further pointing out that at the time of her intervention, 149 million shillings had been spent in procuring personal protective equipment at the height of the COVID-19 surge. Mochache further asserting that she wrote to KEMSA calling for a meeting on the 6th of April to ensure that KEMSA stuck to budget, and that KEMSA CEO Jonah Manjari wrote an email on the 7th of April which showed a climb down from the planned 2.1 billion shillings expenditure to the budgeted 758 million shillings. Mochache saying it was KEMSA in this email that provided details of what was to be bought, the suppliers and the prices. With investigations into KEMSA's scam by the National Assembly, the Senate and the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission going on, the drugs agency is stuck with stock worth more than 6 billion shillings, with counties unwilling to meet KEMSA's asking price. KEMSA has sought cabinet approval to sell the stock lying in their warehouses at reduced prices that will potentially lead to loss of about 2.3 billion shillings. Elfas Lagat, Citizen TV, Nairobi.